little while. I thought I'd show you what's been happening in the garden. And let's start off with a recent addition. Now I might have talked about the 8 fairly recent additions. We've integrated some chooks into the garden. I say integrated because it's got 3 syllables. We've bought some chooks and we're using them to eat as much of our own personal food scraps, as well as we bring some home from the shop. We also give some to Paul, our gardener, who's got chooks as well. So all our green waste at the shop gets recycled in some fashion. And so what to do with chickens? Now when we bought this place, there was a chook dwelling that they had built, and they had a permanent chook run, and that's okay. It's really good to get the chooks onto your garden beds in between plantings because they eat, they scratch around, get the weeds, and as well as poop. Chook poop is great. So they kind of do a combination of weeding and fertilising, and then it's ready to plant out again. So what we've done is we've bought ourselves an electrified fence. You might be able to hear it ticking in the background. I'll just take a walk down to where it happens. Now, this is a portable fence. We've just put it on a new rotation just this morning, so I thought I'd show you. So, electrified fence, designed really to keep predators out as opposed to the chooks in. Now where we live, and I guess in lots of places, foxes are a real pest. If I just pan up slowly, you'll see our beautiful view over the Kiewa River flats. Foxtown, another word for it. Lots of foxes here. We've had chickens in the past and we've lost them to foxes. We could build a permanent run, but as I say, the idea behind the electric fence is that keeps the predators out. We do still lock them up at night time, though technically we probably don't need to. In behind, that's the old galvanised iron roof chook shed. So anyway, the system, it's electrified netting designed for chickens. We bought this, I'll have to put the link up, I can't remember the place, but we bought it from UK, but you can buy them in Australia. The reason we bought it from UK, he says, as if to explain some guilt from buying from overseas, is that they provided a whole kit. So they provided the netting, the system, the components in an electrified fence, big or small, are pretty much all the same. You need the electrified fencing itself. You need then a battery, and you need an energizer, which I guess converts the charge in the battery, I don't know, changes the voltage. It does stuff, but you need it, and that's what then provides the correct voltage and pulsing in the fence. So it gives them a bit of a zap, but doesn't kill them too much. Keeps the chickens off the fence, keeps the predators away, blah, blah, blah. You need the energizer, and then you have to be able to charge it up. So we bought an all-in-one, super cute little solar charger energizer battery assembly, and so then the solar panel charges up the battery. To earth it, we're using just a star picket. It doesn't come with an earthing post, but any kind of metallic post will do, so long as it's down into the ground enough and that the ground is moist enough to give a good earth. And then you have your active wire here attaching to the fence, and off it goes. So there's our electric chook fence. It's 50 metres, which gives quite a good run. So what we've done for the girls is sorry, you've probably got my shadows again, is we've built a bit of a terrain park this time, so you might be able to see them through there. There's a pile of old weeds that we didn't want to put in the compost because it's got horrible kind of running grass. So anyway, they're going through that, eating worms, eating the weed seeds. We've got some fruit trees. Always we've tried to get them underneath fruit trees. So we've got a golden delicious that's there, grapefruit in the foreground. And just as an idea on what the chickens do to an area, I guess we've had it out for about a month. I'd have to check, it might be a little longer, but see if you can spot where the chickens have been. Pretty graphic, huh? I'd say 4 or 5 weeks, probably no longer, and there's really not much grass left at all. Probably looks a little more devastated than it is. In fact, it's pretty healthy. We've got first time round we made a loop of the fence. This time it's not a loop, so it's open-ended. It attaches in behind the chook shed. But the first time we did a loop, and the only loop we could find incorporated the compost, so they went to town on the compost and they've dragged it everywhere. But they've gone through it. We're going to rake that up. That's going to go onto the garden beds. So you can see what the chickens do. It's all good, and there you go, chicken terrain park.